Brendan, just obviously a bit of a late night staying up to watch the Saudi game. Did you guys get together and watch that? And now what's the feeling today? Because really, you're still just not there yet.
No, of course not. Look, it was sort of, you can stay up and watch it, but it was more so a focus on recovery because we know that when we go to Saudi, it's business as usual. We haven't achieved anything yet, and our eyes are on the prize of obviously qualifying for the World Cup. So we got our recovery in today, last night. We'll fly out tomorrow, and we'll get the job done then.
And what was the message this morning? Like, how do you put that aside, the euphoria of last night, knowing that it all could count for nothing, if you go there and, you lose by 5 goals?
Look, it's the boss spoke to us about, moments, and it only took one moment for us to win the game, and we celebrated in that moment, and then it was straight back to the thought process of, we have to go to Saudi, get a result regardless of if they have to win by 5. That shouldn't be the talk of the town. I think we're going there to win regardless. So yeah, it's obviously going to be, a very heated game, I think, but we're up for the challenge.
Brandon, I know you're a striker, but the boys have now played Japan twice. Japan have only scored an own goal against them. That's got to give you a lot of confidence in your defensive capabilities heading to the Gulf. Yeah,
definitely, especially playing in World Cup qualifiers. Every goal you score counts, and every goal you don't concede counts. So it's a great feat for the boys as a team that can sort of band together and sort of grind out a result like that, which is great.
And last night you sort of got to experience the dream of any young Australian that's kicked the football on the ground in the spot for a moment that will live in history. What are you thinking as that ball hits the back of the net?
Oh, it was just euphoria at that time. It was quite an exciting time, but then the realisation sets in, okay, there's still a game to be played in terms of not us, but Saudi and Bahrain. So, sort of got to keep a level head and just attack it as another game at the moment. Couldn't get too far ahead of ourselves.
Can you take us inside the team camp last night, and was it elation, or was it, as you said, you had to kind of refocus pretty quickly?
Oh, look, if I'm being honest without sounding arrogant, our intention was to go and beat Japan regardless, and that was the way we spoke. That was the language we used around it. We're going to win, and obviously last night we created a bit of history. It's been a while since we beat Japan, and we knew it was going to happen, and the boss said, pretty much if we believe in ourselves half as much as what he believes in us, that we'll go and win. So, and that's what we did, and credit to the team. We'll get a pat on the back for last night, and that's about it.
What was it like watching the Saudi game together?
Frustrating. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. It was probably just frustrating. But
what was the feeling like after the result?
It was. We have to approach the game regardless of Bahrain winning or losing. The boss speaks to these elite standards that we have, and it's just got to be the same in, same out. So no one drops their standards. Obviously, it's frustrating in that sense, but today's a new day, and we've just got to approach it the way we would as if Bahrain won.
So I'm just wondering, you started the last 2 games, and you played in the last 5 games for Tony Popovic. You spoke in the past of making that a goal to become a regular and hopefully make the World Cup squad. How does it feel to be really close to both those goals and achieve one at least?
Oh, look, every minute for your country is amazing, and the fact that I've been called up to start twice now is unbelievable. But it's I nag on about it, but it's just those elite standards, right? So you come into training, you're super dialed in, and just doing what the team and what the boss asks of you, and in the end he picks a squad, and you just go from there, and you just try and put your best foot forward. So that's all I'm doing at the moment, and that's my process of thought. But it's been great, and hopefully I can continue that.
Did you expect to become a regular and such an important player so quickly and establish yourself?
Oh, look, I'm pretty sure every player that wants to play for the Socceroos has to back themselves at some stage. So this is what I dreamed of, this is what I wanted, and if I can continue that, that'd be great.
Is it? Last night, obviously, you didn't have a lot of the ball. There was a lot of defending for as you saw this morning. Lewis and Alessandro and a couple of other boys looked quite ginger. What was the nutrition rate like?
Yeah, look, I mean, the way we play, it was sort of like a reflection of that true blue Australian grit, and the way we play, especially as a 9, you've got to love doing the work off the ball just as much as on the ball, and winning a game like that is just as satisfying as if we were to win 3-0. So it was just great, and then when everyone digs in, it sort of bleeds into that that culture of what we're trying to build, and you know, teams are going to find it hard to beat us.
From that mindset perspective, like, is that the way you want to approach it? Because you go over there, you could lose, say 2-0, and you qualify, great, but you want to go over there and make a statement and, you know, pick up a win and show that, you know, you've almost like not owned the place you would have anyway, but, you know, you fully deserve it in that sense.
I don't really want to speak about going over there and losing, mate. That's not really the language we want to use. We want to go over there and win. You know, it feels embarrassing to go over there and say, oh yeah, Saudi need to beat us 5-0. No, that's not going to happen. It's this mentality of we're winning, we're going to qualify for the World Cup, we're all going to celebrate together, and it's going to be great for the country.
Brandon, the results, the way they went last night, was there almost a silver lining in the sense that now you can do it on the pitch, you'll seal qualification on the pitch, you're not doing it at 3 a.m. in a hotel room somewhere, you'll go out there and you'll know when the final whistle goes that you've qualified and you can celebrate together?
Oh look, it would have been great if we qualified 3 matches ago, and I don't think it matters how you qualify as long as you do qualify. Yeah, that's football sometimes, and obviously, you know, with our results going the way they've gone, we could have qualified earlier, we could have qualified later, but this is just our route. So we take every game as it is, and we'll celebrate as a team no matter what.
We're out here in front of the Will and Tom Beattie statue. There's a connection with the Socceroos, and Dylan's well known. Socceroos, their connection as a family is well known as well. To just check on your mates and look after each other and look after yourself and check on yourself as well? Yeah,
definitely. I've not had the pleasure of actually meeting Dylan, unfortunately, but his name rings through every camp. So there's obviously a deep connection with the Socceroos and the DT38 Foundation, and you know, him as a player and what he went through. So it's a very special story, very touching story, and it speaks to, you know, him as a person and as a football player. But yeah, you know, what they're doing for men's health is very important, and, you know, to make sure you check yourself and all that. Yeah.